Welcome. I want to apologize, first of all, just that our karma calls took a little delay there for a couple months, and that was my bad. It was, I had surgery, and it was just needed a little break. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for everybody who sent in so many questions for this one. Now I realize I did, put a little teaser in there that I'm going to do psychic questions. It's not a teaser. I really am doing psychic questions tonight. So that is brilliant. What is happening here? Oh, admit all. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I thought we were all here, but we're all here now. So I'm hoping everybody just goes straight in here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Sorry for being a minute late. I thought you guys were with me, and you're not, but you're with me now, I believe. Ta-da. Okay. Karma call, first karma call in a while, and I want to apologize for that straight away because I had surgery and I was having I just needed some few months off of too much stuff. So I apologize, and I thank you for your patience, and I thank you guys for, I think that waiting room my son set up is not the best idea, just so you know. I apologize, but I thank you for your patience, and I thank you for coming on this call. So we had such a huge response to this call. I have so many questions on this that are pre-questions already, and it doesn't mean I won't take questions in the Zoom chat. So find your Zoom chat if you're new to Zoom and say hi in here. Just post a hey Jodie, what's up? Just off the bat here, just to go through sort of how this is going to run tonight is I can actually see my water bottle not near me. Do you see it behind me? That is not near me. What you're going to do is, if you're posting a question in the Zoom chat, put a Q, capital Q, in front of it with with a colon. Holy crap! Oh, some people can unmute themselves. I just find this fabulously interesting. She's muted now, baby. I don't know why. Boom. Okay, I think I got it. Somehow you guys can do that when you shouldn't be able to, but I don't really know Zoom well enough to do anything but fix it. So I fixed it. Yep, now Shelly's on. Okay, guys, you can't keep stop video. There we go. Okay. It's so fun, isn't it? Hi, Isabel. See? Saying hi to everyone. So you can find the Zoom chat on your phone, whether you're on your phone or on your computer. And hey, Shelly. Hey, Shelly. And then you can communicate. So if you just saying hi, Barry. So yeah, well, Barry, I could use you. My techie's not, well, he's here, but he's not here. So that's not helpful. Anyways, I'll try to remain muted so I don't. Oh, I have everybody muted unless I unmute you to actually chit chat, right? So unless we're doing unless you called in or you want me to unmute you for this conversation. Now, what we're going to do is for the coaching calls, sorry about that, I was crossing my legs. For the coaching calls, if you want to be unmuted, I love that, because coaching is coaching. So it's nice sometimes for you to be able to get as much information out of that as possible, because you'll have questions on it probably. Sometimes it's pretty straightforward, but not always. If you don't want to be unmuted, it's no problem. You don't have to worry about it. I will address it. The psychic questions we are keeping, to one question, unless nobody else has questions, but I find that very hard to believe. So I'm keeping it right now to one question per person. So if you submitted a coaching question and a psychic question, I will cover both of those. If you submitted 2 psychic questions, I'm only covering one psychic, because we want to make sure the coaching gets covered, but also that the people in the call can write down their question as well. Okay? That's, I think, all I have to do. I do have some huge news to tell you guys, but I'll tell you at the end. So somebody remind me to do that, because I'll forget. Then you'll all be left hanging. Not really. I wanted to talk for a second about how important the energy is right now. How important, I mean, it's always important, but we've got winter solstice tomorrow. We've got full moon technically that night, but the 22nd, but technically the night of the 21st to the 23rd. So you've got full moon energy, you've got winter solstice, and we're near the end of the year, right? So it's the last full moon. It's getting ready for 2019. So for anybody who likes working with that energy, likes that ritual, or has never heard of it. I'm just going to give you a little understanding here. So she's showing up. Good. Yay. You can use any of those three things to have your little ritual around. But because they're all so close together, I'm really encouraging people to embrace this energy around the solstice and the full moon, as opposed to waiting. If you have a New Year's, resolution, or I don't do resolutions, I will write, I have a New Year's thing, which is a little bit different, which is a little bit different than my full moon ritual. And they're basically the same, about cleansing, clearing, welcoming the new, letting go, if you will. My New Year's one is more about writing down the things I'm ready to let go of, which means I'm really ready to let go of them. I'm really ready to step into the next. And then on a separate piece of paper, I do two. On a separate piece of paper, I write all of the things I'm ready to step into. Now, you can have that be that intense, not that that's so intense, or you can have it like some people will write, they're going to buy a new car this year. They're going to, so it's not, I'm not telling you how you need to do it. I'm giving you an example of how I do it. Now, that's my New Year's sort of thing. So there's reflection involved in that. There's a piece of time that I sit down and I don't just fire off, I want more abundance, I want this, I want this. Now, you can do that. I just don't. So, but because of the energy that's happening right now with the winter solstice, with the full moon, all of that, this full moon is particularly about stepping into the new. So not welcoming the new, not looking through your old habits, not releasing. It's literally about stepping into the new. So that's a big movement. So to have that right around solstice, which is a complete shift, right? That's the longest night of the year. Then we flip over to getting more daylight, right? So we're stepping into more light. We're stepping into embracing the next thing, okay? So because of that, I would do it then. I would do whatever you want to clear, for sure. If you guys don't know about full moon energy, it's clearing energy. So that's when, if you've got crystals, if you've got jewelry that you wear a lot, that's the time to put it out in the full moon. If you want to make full moon water, which I love doing, you make sure it's in something that's a pure substance, like pottery or glass bowl, or you can even put it in stainless steel, believe it or not. Just don't put it in plastic, and put it out in the full moon. Now, it's currently Saskatchewan here, so you may not want to put it outside. You can put it when it's wintertime like this. It's actually quite lovely, so maybe you do want to do it, but I put it in the window that I know is going to get the most light if I'm clearing in the winter and it's quite cold. So you can do that with just any full moon, right? The intention of clearing. And in that, I have a little ritual around clearing myself, clearing, releasing energies I don't need. So it's very much the same in the premise of it, except that my New Year's one is, to me, it's just deeper and more purposeful in general. Okay. So, but what I would do is I'd encourage you to do that around either on the full moon or on solstice tomorrow night. And you can do another one on Christmas or New Year's Eve, or just, drink and dance around the fire. But then I light those pieces of paper on fire. Like, that's my ritual. Again, it's super, it's winter. So you're not going to, if you're outside, you're not going to burn anything down, hopefully. Hopefully. If you're inside, I would have a fireplace or something, or be not me, because I'm not going to do that inside. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Woo! Look at us all on here. Look, I rambled enough for everybody to get on the call. Yeah. Okay. So as I was saying, just for everybody that was on here, or if I was saying that to, I can't remember. I'm just going to say it again. If you're wanting to type in a question on this Zoom chat, and you didn't submit it earlier, I do have a list of earlier submissions. If you do, please put question, but then put coaching question. Yeah, nobody. I'll turn you off, my sweet. No, stop video. So just put question and then coaching, like a Q. That's not a Q, but that looks like a Q, kind of. I don't know. A Q with coaching beside it, or you can just put QC or QP, which would be psychic. Don't put S, it'll confuse me. Okay. Just so I know what we're dealing with here, because coaching, it's just so I know where we're at. So I don't have to sit here reading, which I'll probably do anyways, but that's all I'm saying. Okay. So let's get started, because Because an hour, what is going on here? An hour is not very long, as we all know. Okay. All right. Everybody can hear me okay, I hope. If not, please let me know. If anything goes wonky with the video that I'm not aware of, please somebody just type something to me, would be lovely. Okay, we're going to go. I've got a list of questions here, which is lovely because then I don't have to see my face, which is distracting for me. What I did, you guys, for anybody who's wondering, is I put these in order of how I got them. So just so they weren't in order of what I wanted to talk about the most. I literally let these ones be boom, 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 in order of how people put them in. We're going to try and shove them through. Okay. Okay. So Terry, for writing, just for a heads up, because I'm going to go to these first and then I'm going to hit that. That's not a question. So you want a psychic question. You've got two things there. So I love you. You know what? You just brought up what I want to address. So Terry, I love you. But there's a question here, right? Then there's two things on there. So that's two questions. First of all, you're asking me, but second of all, you didn't give me a question. So because we're doing sort of a quick fire psychic, this isn't you get 15 minutes to Jodie psychic, because everybody else wants to ask a question. And I really want you guys to be able to ask questions. So just phrase it in what you're really asking. Okay. So what if, boom. I really got to watch that, because my techie guy is not here as I pointed out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I've got my little Kimmy here. I love this because I love this. So I'm going to find her. And I think she's under a different name. I think that's what she was trying to tell me earlier. I'm just going to double check that so I know what name to undo. Oh, maybe I don't have that. Kimmy, yeah, there you go. That's who she is. I'm going to find her. This is why when I'm a bigger operation, I'll have a person to do this. Oh, and she's got her hand up. I love her. Hello, darling. Did I unmute you?
No.
Yep, there you are. One moment. I've just got to turn you up myself because I had. Okay, say something.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi. Okay, so am I there? You can see
Yep.
me?
Do you want me to read your question or you just want to go for it?
No, if they want to hear it, go ahead.
Okay, so I've got, and I love this because this is my language. Why the fuck do I block my own success when it's all at my fingertips? Oh, my things don't beat up. To catapult me into greatness and abundance, I literally freeze crossing the goal line. Okay, so yeehaw. Now, technically, this could be a coaching question or a psychic question, right?
Yes.
Do you care? I
No.
put coaching beside it, but that was just what I did.
Give me the most impact.
Well, I want you to tell me why you think you block it. Because when we use the word block, here's the thing for everybody. When we use the word block, that means we've got a belief structure, our own belief structure that's blocking it. So it's not something out there, even though it feels like that.
Okay.
Right? So it'll be a belief structure of yours that is blocking or not allowing, same thing really, the movement of the success. So can I just have an example of the greatness, for instance, like when something's at your fingertips? Does that mean you feel like it's at your fingertips?
No, it's like I just need to sign something off. Right now I have 3 books that I've written in erotica that just have to go to my editor, and
Okay.
I can't.
And you can't fire them off.
Nope.
So the fear is bringing up what? Tell me the fear. First thing.
I believe it is fear of success because.
No, that's your thought. I want the first thing, what you're afraid of. When I ask you right now, what are you afraid of?
Fame.
And then what happens if you're famous?
I might have images to live up to.
Whose images?
I don't know, but what if I'm a fraud? But even with my medium gifts, I rock that out in a session and my energetic healing in my little office space. But if I'm to get famous, what if the universe pulls that back, all my talent?
The universe does not do shit like that for you, my sweet. Only you can do that. The law of attraction means it's coming to you.
It's going to be big. I can feel it.
It doesn't matter if you can feel it. If you can't stand in it, it'll always feel like you can feel it. It'll never come to you.
Okay, so
this is what we get tricked into. I can feel it coming. I just got to wait for it. No, you don't. You've just got to keep moving.
I know it's right here, but I am just stalled to take that step forward.
So this is a run off the dock moment for you. Do you understand that? This is, you keep waiting for it to feel better. It's not going to feel better.
I need to go.
You're not going to solve all of the things it's going to bring up for you until it brings up a thing for you to deal with. And running off the dock means then you deal with how cold's the water. Hope you can swim. Right? Maybe you should have thought this through. No, I'm just teasing you. You've thought this through. It's the then you have to stand in it. Then you got to swim. Now you're in the water.
The universe will not take back and make me a fraud, will they?
I don't know how you think the universe can take something back.
Oh, if they gave it to me, they can take it back.
They never gave it to you. You pulled it in. So the understanding of the law of attraction here is skewed somehow for you. So the science of it needs to be either relearned or learned. That's like saying gravity works for good people, but not for bad people. Or it works for bad people, but not for good people. So I'm good, and if I jump out the window, I'll just float to the ground. No, I won't. I'll still break my ankle.
I'm already in a book, and I can't move forward. I'm scared.
So, whoops, sorry. You wrote the book, but you can't move forward. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I'm a co-author in a book of 12 people.
Okay.
Just got published, and I'm scared to submit the other writings I have.
I know you are, because you don't want to stand in that. That's where your work is, my sweet.
Okay, say that again.
You're scared to stand in whoever that is to you. So that's where the work is. So everybody listening to this, you guys, even though we're dialoguing about a specific thing, when we're not stepping forward into whatever it is we want, for all of the lovely reasons that our mind is thought up to tell us not to do that. Don't get on the treadmill today. Don't book that vacation yet. Don't do this. Don't plan for, because it's keeping us safe. It's keeping us safe on an old belief structure.
So I have to.
That's what I'm saying. The vibration of you is holding you in this holding pattern right now, because to stand in the new you don't have a file on that yet. So you're freaking out basically, but you don't really know it.
I'm freaking out because I'm going to bust standing in the holding pattern. I can't take it anymore.
Eventually you will. Eventually you'll pull the trigger. You'll either kibosh the whole thing, or you'll run off the dock. But you could do this more proactively where you don't torture yourself.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I can feel how great it is. I just got to take the step.
It's not about feeling how great it is. It's about looking at why you won't take the step.
My fear.
So here's the thing. We won't do anything unless our desire is stronger than our resistance.
Oh, baby.
Ever. So if you don't want to be an author bad enough, you won't do this. You'll sit in this torture for years.
Crap, I can't.
So you either run off the dock or you stop talking about it. You stop playing this game with yourself. Then there's movement.
Is this
and then you'll call me with a different thing? I'm freaking out now about this. Great. Now we'll deal with the next thing. But we can't deal with anything else until you've run off the dock.
Okay.
That makes sense? What?
I'm going skinny dipping.
Woo! Yeah, that's the best.
I've never done that before.
Ever? Oh my God, that's your goal for the summer.
Good, not now.
No, you can do polar bear dip, but.
Okay.
Okay, 10-4?
You don't feel anything holding me back but my own self.
Nothing can hold you back but your own self. So if you're giving so much power to the universe and the universe is only responding to you, do you understand how that's working, you guys? And you can do that. We do that with our guides and angels. We blame it on the universe. We blame it on lots of people when it doesn't come.
Oh, I can feel it's there.
Of course you can. That's like, I can feel the lakes right there. Yeah, Jodie, run off the dock or shut up about it. I can feel the water. Yeah, it's right there. We all can see it.
So no sense sugarcoating this shit then, hey, Jode? Just jump.
Well, you have no choice. You've already came to the point. You've already written the books.
Yeah.
So it's not, I have these books in me. I'm ready to, right? You've already written them.
I've written them. Have you ever in a medium session think, oh my God, the universe is going to take this gift back while I'm working with this spirit?
Honest to God.
It's okay, choke me.
You think the universe gave it to you. This is where you don't, this is what I'm saying. There's more education here for you on how physical vibration works, on how your gifts work.
I pulled it in, you said.
You are medium. So if you're a medium, you're a medium. So some people can cook really well. I am not one of those people, but they can walk into the kitchen and they make shit out of anything. I don't even know what. It's magical to me. But they don't stand in the kitchen going, I wonder if the universe is going to take away my cooking technique or love. No, they don't. They just cook shit because they like doing it. And you're going to be a medium because you like doing it. Until you don't like doing it, then do something else.
Okay.
There's no difference between being a medium or being a good chef.
Okay. Got it.
Good. Stop giving the universe so much power. The universe has lots of power when you're in alignment and get out of the way. But it is not going to, when you feel like, and for all of us out there listening to this, obviously that's who I'm talking to when I answer a question is everybody. But when we feel like the universe is making us learn a lesson or forcing us into this or this came out of, make no mistake, that's not the universe. That's your soul. That's
Okay.
you.
I've
That's
been
you saying you're not listening. You're not. That's your soul. Your soul saying we're ready to move forward. This is the experience we want to have here, and you're not listening. So I'm going to get your attention, and it does because that's the strongest vibration. So it will pull in the match to have you move to what you actually want.
somewhere I think I got taught wrong.
Yeah, for sure. That needs an update, right? That needs an edit.
Yeah.
Definitely, because it's limiting you right now instead of empowering you.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
10-4. Woo! Good work. We used to workshop. We should all applaud for you. Oh, did you? Okay, so I'm going to mute you, but thank you, my sweet.
Bye.
Bye, Annie. That was super fun. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Next on the, I lost Terry. I think I upset Terry by making him change his question or her change her question. Terry, I think it's a her. Sorry, I apologize if that is correct or incorrect. Going back to my questions, my people. Okay, that one is finito. Angel did a coaching and a psychic. You can tell I'm not.
Hello.
Oh, look, she unmuted herself. You're like a magical being to me, my sweet. Okay. You're a magical being to me. any day, really, actually. Who am I kidding? Okay, wait, I got to pull your question up here. That's so smart that I X'd it off. Okay, so you're asking once in the vortex, how do we get what's in it? Is that the question for real?
That's the question for real.
I love you so much. I read it the first time and I read it again to be like, wait.
Only in Angel's fashion shall I challenge you.
I loved it. I just loved it. So here's the thing. If you're in the vortex, actually in the vortex, receiving in the vortex, everything is showing up. So if things aren't showing up, you're not actually in the vortex. With me?
Yeah, I got you.
Which means you're working on being in the vortex. You're focusing on being in the vortex. You're feeling pretty good. Vortex is in the flow. It's the receptive mode.
Yeah, it's coming in. Things are happening, but not the things I want to happen.
Oh, I love you. So you're right there. So things are coming in.
Yep.
Wait a minute. So nothing that's coming in is something that you want?
Yes. The stuff that is coming in is what I want. Okay.
Yeah, but
so, like the move is happening before the surgery and
right. Okay.
the stuff is all flowing.
Right.
But the abundance part, the client part, that's what is there. I can see it, but it's not coming.
Okay, so first of all, as we're saying that, purely coaching, and really I just saw it too, but purely coaching even, sometimes we get caught up in just like that story right there. Things are moving, but not the way I want it to.
Yeah.
And so when we really understand that I'm going to trust my soul to lead, and my job is to get into receptive mode, and my job is to get into the vortex, that means you have to really actually then trust the universe, your guides and angels, quantum field, whatever word you want to use, all interchangeable, to bring it to you. And it's always going to bring it to you in a way you least expect. So the alignment is showing you that things are moving. So are you in alignment with the clients that you want, or are you pointing out that you don't have them yet?
It would be pointing out I don't have them yet.
Right. And so that doesn't mean sometimes you're not in alignment with it. It just means clearly the more time was being spent on one. And so we could pull in that move nicely, then this, and then this. It's all lining up beautifully. So part of it is that there is a process when you look back and go, oh shit, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. But there is also to check and make sure, are you aligning, or are you getting in the vortex with what it feels like to have whatever the busyness that you're wanting? What is that? Is that what you're, and is that where your picture is way past the boiling pot, so to speak, but already at the egg salad sandwich? Or are we still just talking about how come the pot's not boiling?
No, probably because the pot's not boiling. I have a patience issue. I
Well,
want it now.
well, we like to look at the here and be like this, yeah, but that's great, but. And that's part of the training. That's part of the moving the mind to, okay, I'm noticing that my reality of this isn't moving exactly yet. So that's fine. So I'm going to keep working on the alignment of that. I'm going to keep, my meditation is going to be in alignment with that. Or if it's already a hot topic, I would get completely off the topic.
Okay.
And only post something when you're inspired and notice, and then that will create flow as well.
Okay.
That analogy of pinching off a hose, it's running, but you pinch it.
Oh yeah.
That's what that's like. So sometimes just getting off the topic makes you let go of the hose, and then it moves.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, good one. Anybody who doesn't understand the vortex, that's from Esther Hicks. She uses that. Well, it's really from Abraham, but she's the one that channels them. That's what it's from. So vortex just literally means that you've, all of the things we've asked for is sort of sitting there waiting for us. And our job is literally to just get in alignment with it, because the law of attraction only attracts like. So if I'm looking for something, my vibration is literally saying, I don't have it. So the only thing that can show up is the thing I don't have, which is not it. Right? So, but because you've asked, there is an alignment with that. So sometimes just getting off the topic of it allows flow to happen. But when I talk about getting in alignment with it, it means, what would it feel like if you had it? So acting like you had it, walking like you had it, allowing your brain to go to the thought process that you have it. If you can't do that because it triggers that you really don't have it, then you get off the topic. You find other ways to get into that high vibration and get into that receptive mode. Okay, my little chickadee. And we wanted a psychic question. What is my career for 2019 going to be like? So what there's, I love you so much. It's not even the beginning of the year, and I felt like we were already in February. So I was like, that's woo, that was super fun. So first they showed me you've got a period of time, and this could actually be like, now my logic is saying, because I don't actually know when your surgery is, and I'm sure you told me, but somewhere in there I feel like that's part of it. Like the beginning feels slow career-wise, but it feels slow because of something. So because there's a period of, like, energetically, even I feel like you're having to tend to you more than you have to tend to your work. Okay. But then what I've got is just a complete escalation up. So as soon as we've got momentum going, as soon as we move out of either the healing period or whatever's happening there internally for you, where you've got to nurture you for a bit. And that starts, like, I have to tell you, even in January, the nurturing is, even if we're not having surgery, then there's an intense period of time here where it's very internal for you. So it's really about looking at what's important for you. It's really about getting in alignment with, I want to say a higher calling, but really what they want is a bigger vision, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. And then that bigger vision is the work. And so that this can just flow in, because this flows in, sister. Like, you are going to be busy. Holy crap. But it just keeps moving up. Chugga, 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 chugga. And I'm making it chugga chugga because it feels like you'd still want it to go faster, but you're going to actually appreciate it's a steady, continuous climb. Like, it just keeps moving. And then we sort of get to the pace. I'm going to say the pace that you want by about June. Okay. So that means full, where you're like this. I can't. Like, I've got to rearrange shit now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So the movement of that is, it doesn't mean you're not busy there. It's that by for sure June, I can feel you being like this. Okay, I got to reassess how I'm letting people in, because I'm booking too many people, because we came from the place of we just want more and more. And now you're at the place where you're like this, woo, I got to rearrange this. And then you
I got to
just
get out
nurture
of the deep end.
what?
I got to get out of the deep end because I jump in before.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And that's okay because that actually starts this momentum. It's this, if you can catch it before June, that'd be lovely because then you won't feel like you're drowning in June.
Okay.
Okay?
I was going to work on it.
Rock and roll, sister. So nurture you. Like, I know you know how to do that, but just watch that when we're looking at building something, that the environment you want to build something in is healthy. And I don't even mean physically healthy, but for all of us out there, you guys, if you want to manifest something, if your environment, meaning your vibration and your thought process and what you focus on, how you speak and where you're, what that is, if that's not healthy, whatever that means for you, you're not going to pull in the stuff that matches it because it doesn't match it. You're going to pull in the stuff that the environment is housing. So for you, Angel, it's not about that. It is about that, but it's about noticing then that you feel like you're in that healthy spot with yourself. Does that make sense? So not tired or not feeling all over the place or not like noticing that you've got a stronger practice for you, not practice for connecting to spirit, not practice but practice for you. That makes sense? Just you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the healing time.
It's not even that. It's that nurturing that environment means, what do you do for fun just for you? How do you know what I mean? This is just for you. So it's not working on stuff. It's literally nurturing you. So not meditating one day or having a day off and just doing that, noticing, are you always in work mode or even if you're not working? That makes sense?
Yeah, it does because
Okay.
I'm a workaholic.
Yeah. So that's where we're saying that mentality won't create the environment you want for that flow of abundance and freedom at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll work on it.
Rock and roll, sister. Thank you, my sweet. Okay, bye. Oh, she muted. I love her. She's faster than me. Yes, I got it. The people that I've unmuted, for anybody who's panicking, the people that I've unmuted is because I did check ahead because they wrote their questions in ahead of time. And so I did check with most of them. I had quite a few, so maybe not all of them. Okay. So I got that one. I'm going to go to one here in the Zoom chat. Question psychic. Is there a job position? So this is for Terry. It's a psychic question. Is there a job position change for me in the future? See, I love this because this isn't really what they're asking, but we're going to do it anyways. So is there a job change for you in the future? There's something that's actually really close. So if you haven't just had a job change, like recently, there is one coming very soon. The opportunity is there. Do you have to take it? No. Do you have to make the movement? No. Is it a good move? It's more expansive. It's more money. It's a bit more stressful. So I feel like you're not a big fan of change, even though you really want change right now. If you've already moved into this new one, in case my timing, Penny, where my time? Oh, that's different. I just want to make sure I had the right thing. So I wasn't reading. So if you haven't just moved into one, if you've just moved into it, it's the same answer. It's just you need time to move into the new you in that job. If you haven't got it yet, if you haven't just moved into a new one, there's a new one so close, it's crazy. So it's right here to me, like it's right here, which I realize it's Christmas and they're probably not going to have a new job for you, Christmas Day, but it's coming really quickly. Again, whether you take it or not, it is more expansive. It does take up more of your time. So the thing you're going to be deciding about is you're very comfortable in the one here, and the new one, I'm going to say, is out of your comfort zone, even though you can totally kill this and you're going to love it if you give yourself the uncomfortableness of the change. Okay, Terry? Rock and roll, Missy. Mwah. Okay. I had another coaching somewhere. Sarah, my darling. Okay. Oh, I think this isn't coaching. It's It's not coaching, but I'm going to answer it anyways because I already said it. Sarah Sweets, this is for you. Sarah, this is for you. I'm gonna read this, and I hope that's okay. I'm assuming it is because you submitted it. So she's been putting off a third IUI attempt these past few months to try and get her thyroid under control, and she's still dealing with some weight gain, which is not very exciting, as we all know, because that's not so much fun when we have that, do we? No, we don't like it. She's checking on her pituitary, wondering if there's actually something off. So what she's wondering is there something off with her health that has yet to be discovered, or simply just got to deal with this new body that's heavier than the old body, which we don't like. There's a protective mechanism that's going on here with the weight. So it's more of a, this is more of a emotional response as opposed to a physical symptom, which is why they're having a hard time trying to figure it out. Now, make no mistake, don't get me on a thyroid rant with regular doctors because we don't need that rant right now. Could be my next rant though, now that I'm thinking about it. But I've got this as an emotional response. So wanting to do the IUI again is really important. So that's what they're showing me, is that you waiting to move forward on this is actually creating, excuse me, it's actually creating more stress in your body. Okay. And the stress is then, we just have a wicked loop going right here. Now I would still look at your thyroid, but you don't need the thyroid to be to be perfect to be able to move forward with this IUD. In fact, the less stress, the better right now. And because this is something that you keep weighing and you're upset about and you're obsessively thinking about it, you're creating actually more symptoms than there actually are. And I'm not saying you're making it up by any stretch of the imagination, but because what we focus on, we send energy to, it's where your focus will be. And so they're telling you to move forward with doing it again, with the IUI again. And you're going to do it. You're following up. You're doing the work to just put your mind at ease, but that's it. I want you to just move forward. And this is about getting off of this topic. So unless you're at a doctor's office talking about it, no more obsessively Googling and searching and trying to fix this. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So you unmuted yourself. Good work, Missy. Do you want to ask anything on that? But do you understand that?
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have been obsessing about it and I feel like it does make it worse.
It does. And then it makes it feel like there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we still want you to follow through on your stuff. But if you're not there, don't literally change the subject.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nurturing, loving things for you. Okay. And then move forward with the IUI.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, my sweet. Okay. I muted her, so I hope she let me mute her. Okay. I'm just going to move to Isabel. Psychic question. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Is there anything big and fantastic coming my way early in 2019? Oh, I love people so much. Let me just see what's funny about that is, it's not funny. It's good. But I've got something going on in February, so I hope that's early enough for you. It's still early, in my opinion. First 3 months are early. So big and fantastic. There's big energy rolling in. It looks like it actually starts to roll in, or you actually start to pull it in, would be how I would word it. Even the end of January, but it's pretty the end of January. So moving into February, I've got some big changes and big movement, but it's fun. And it's like you finally put your foot down with yourself and decided to not let life pass you by. I mean, it sounds like a big sentence, but it needs to be. And that is what triggers this. It's like I watch a switch flick, bing, and then the doors open and this comes rolling in. So that's exciting. The exciting is we've got to get you to that. I don't want to live like this anymore. And I'm not saying your life's horrible. It's making it sound like you don't want to like that. But it is about starting to look at, if you had, and all of us think about this, and this is the thing you can take away and think about it. But if you had a year to live perfectly healthy, rich, well, somebody's got their thing unmuted. perfectly healthy, wealthy, didn't have to take care of your needs, what would you do for that year? A lot of times we have a big insight into that if you'll let yourself think big enough. And that, to me, is part of what will help you stand in that. You are going to get to that stance anyways, my girl, but it will help you have more awareness of it instead of not really remembering how you got there, but all of this stuff started moving. Okay? Yay, February's okay. She likes February. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, somebody is unmuting them. Yep, I do not know how that happens. Okay, 10-4. Let me go back to my questions because I'm just bouncing back and forth here to make sure everybody gets covered as best as I can. As best as I can. Okay, Shirley, my little sweet. I don't know if you're on here, and I can't remember. I don't even think I asked if I could talk to you. If I do, just type me a little note if you want to talk to me. Okay. Are the consistent? Oh yeah, this is a great question. This is a psychic question technically. So the question is this. There's Shirley. I'm here. Okay, I'm just gonna let her talk to me. Shirley, I will find you. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I don't know. This is what happens when I'm left to my own. Shirley, there she goes. Whoop. Unmute. Hi, Shirley. Are you with me? No, I cannot hear you. Do you want? Okay, I can't hear her. Okay, so maybe I can't unmute her. Interesting. Okay, well, Shirley, I'm going to answer this because I am. Are the consistent? If I could read, I'll be able to answer it. Hopefully, are the consistent Parkinson's hallucinations about a 3-year-old boy? He is named Hector, and a slightly older sister. He is named Tina. Souls who have past or creations of his mind. He says they don't talk with him, but consistently make eye contact. They don't frighten him, but do seem to occasionally create mischief, only that he can see. Technically, what he's got in there is souls that have left their body and haven't technically crossed over. So when you actually sent this to me, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. When you actually sent this to me, I went into it straight away. So I could feel the difference. The difference is he's seeing what we call ghosts. And I don't like that word. It's not a bad word, but souls that have crossed over wouldn't show up like that and not talk to him. So he's seeing people that could use help crossing over, but they're also not, like, I don't want to say they're not bugging him, but he is seeing them. Like, he's not making that up.
Sure.
It's that he's going in and out. Right? So he's there and there and there and there. So that doorway is just so much more open for him now. Now that's an in-between state they're in. So he could talk to them even if they won't talk to him, or you could talk to them even if you can't see them and say, do you guys want to go to your mom? Or do you want to go see your mom? Or do you want to go see your family? And if they do, then, I mean, you're just going to set up the room. Anybody else who has this in their house where you feel like you've got a spirit or you've got some energy in there, you can cross them over. You don't have to phone somebody like me. Some people like that because I can see them and I can tell them a great story or whatever. But you don't need somebody to come in and help somebody cross. You've just got to allow yourself to stand in that space and help them. And you'll feel it. Even when you don't think you know what you're doing, you'll feel it when they cross. It's one of the best feelings ever. So I like to set up, mine's a ladder. Most of the time, I don't know why. It's just how it's shown up for me. You can have a ladder. You can have a bridge. You can have whatever works in your brain that means they're crossing over to the light. And you can invite a parent to come and fetch them. Okay. And you'll know maybe their parents are still here. So if that was the case, you're not going to know that. And I'm not saying you have to go in and have a conversation with them. But if he's saying they're there, you can either ask him to ask them, or you can just say to them, even in your mind, do you guys want to go see your mom? And then help them to wherever you've decided your ladder or your bridge or whatever you want to use is. I always have it in a corner and it shows me where it is. Just pick a corner and direct them there. It'll all work.
A physical ladder or an envisioned ladder? Oh, I lost your audio. Oh.
Okay, try again. Aha, is that better?
Yes, thank you.
I don't know what happened there. So thank you for telling me that, or I just kept rambling. And that was,
So a physical ladder or a envision ladder? Or
no,
bridge?
you're just envisioning. That's what I'm saying. Because of, I guess, who I am, I've always been shown whatever I'm crossing. So it's not always a ladder, but it usually is.
Mhm.
But you don't need to use a ladder. If you want them to fly out, if you want them to just have somewhere to direct them to.
Okay.
So if a bridge is a belief structure for you, it might show up that you'd rather use a bridge. Great, use a bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And other adults have started to appear this week.
Yeah,
And
I would say.
great numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, that doesn't mean he's always seeing ghosts. It's just because those two are showing up the way they are when I tuned in, and I tuned in again tonight. But when you sent that to me, I went in there just immediately, and
thank you.
and that was that. He will be seeing the other side, if you will.
Mm,
So, and they necessarily won't chat with him. It's that these two are hanging around.
yeah.
So when he has people just sort of going through, he's just sort of tuning into that side.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. So you don't have to save all those people. They'd be very busy. No, but I would help those two. I'd see if those kids would listen and do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
That's very helpful.
And they usually do. It's usually quite, making it sound so simple. Your brain's going to think you're insane, and it's going to say you're doing it wrong. It's going to go into that. But if you just sort of go, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. Give it a go.
Okay.
Just light a candle. You can have anything that makes you feel like you're giving, like you're making it a ritual of some sort, right? Like you're giving it a process. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to do that. Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad that you submitted it. All right. Thanks, Shirley.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to bounce back and forth here. That was from my list, right? Yeah. Honestly. Oh, I had somebody here that I think I wanted to. I just got to back up a tiny bit because my thing is scrolling. Terry's back. Oh, I think I already answered that. Oh my God. If I answer something twice, somebody let me know, because this is what happens to me. Right. I know where I am now. Yeah. Shelly, my little sweetheart, how are you? Oh my goodness sakes, Shelly. I have created a purpose, vision, and mission document for myself very recently. Ooh, that sounds empowering and great timing. My goodness. With that, I've created an action plan of what I believe I need to do to be on purpose. Am I on the right track? Did you unmute yourself? God, I love you guys.
I think I'm unmuted.
Yeah, you are totally unmuted.
How you doing, Jode?
I'm good, sweetheart. How are you?
Good.
So good to have you on here. Okay, so you've created this document of your mission and your vision and all of that, right?
Yeah.
And the action plan, can you just tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I think the action plan, so I'm taking a course. It's actually an executive coaching course, and part of it was creating a vision and mission statement for ourselves.
Okay.
And out of that, I was struggling with the notion of what my purpose was, and I'm talking the existential. Why am I here?
Right.
And through that, I think I created what I believe is why I'm here. And then I created an action plan. So if I'm looking at from like a strategic plan type of view, right? So in terms of these are the things that I think I need to do to create where I want to move on to.
Okay, so when you talk about that and we look at the structure of it's fantastic. But your question is really, am I on the right track? And when I read that question and feel that question, that feels like, am I doing my soul path?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So soul path is led piece by piece by piece. It's not led with an action plan that you've planned out all the steps to. So there's a difference in that. But that doesn't mean you can't have a plan. It just means, that's why I wanted clarity, because there's two different levels of this. One is very much your mind and one is very much your soul. So when you said, I think I came up with my purpose, right?
Yep.
That means you sat down with all the files in your head and came up with a purpose.
Yep.
That doesn't mean you came out of a meditation or you woke up with fire and almost couldn't sit still from the inspiration that was coming through.
Right. that was not the place I created it because it was an assignment.
Yeah, totally. And I totally get that. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like you're telling me one thing and then asking me over here. So,
Yeah.
and I
fair.
get that they're all connected. I get it. But what I would marry with that is totally still do the steps with the mind, which you're
Right.
doing. So that feels fantastic to me. Like really, it's a great process. Whoever's programmed this has a great process and structure. So yay. But the sole purpose, the training for you, aside from this structured training, is to be working more with gaining control over the mind.
Yeah.
Right? Bringing yourself into how often do you meditate? Is it a standard practice? Is it something you'll do consistently, even if it's 5 minutes a day?
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
are we moving ourselves into? What does the next you look like? Right?
Yeah.
So let's say that action plan is completed. That's a different woman than the one I'm talking to right now.
Yeah. And actually meditation is a big part of my action plan, right? To create a regular practice, because it's about getting out of my head and getting away from fear and ego to being true to myself, living my higher self. So
Okay.
and part of that is that meditation. And yeah, the action plan isn't do this, this, and this. It's what I need to do to be a healthier me so I can stand in my power.
Right. But there's still a structure there, my sweet, of
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying is you just said you want to get away from your ego.
Yeah. I want to get away from fear. I want to
So you don't want to do anything new ever again.
I don't want to live. I want to be brave, but I don't want to live in fear. I want to be fearless.
So fearless means you recognize the fear, you honor it, and you walk through it.
Yeah.
That's what
where
fearless means.
Yeah.
So know
That's
that
where I want to be.
But know that fear is only an indicator that you're doing something new. That's it.
Yes. And that's where in my ego, it's as you said at the outset, was, well, you don't want to do that. You know, that's scary. My ego's stopping myself, and I want to get past that.
So that means you're going to start to become soul led, which means that's what the meditation's about. That's what the quieting the mind is. Because at the moment, the mind's running.
You betcha.
Right? Yeah. Yeehaw. You're rocking this out, my sweet. You just want to connect more in with this so that the fire is leading this, even though we've got a plan.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Because it will shift. But yeah, rock and roll. You're totally on the right track. We just want more. We need more soul connection.
Yeah.
More soul conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. When you understand that 5% of your day, by the time you're 35, 5% of your day is conscious and 95% is a rinse and repeat of all of your patterns. There is no conscious thought in 95% of your day.
I believe it.
That's when people say, I'm going to do this. And then they go, oh, it was so busy this week. No, you just went into the rest of your day. Right? Yeah. So you can't gain. So interrupting that and starting to do exactly what you're doing, make no mistake.
Yeah.
Implementing some way to break up and become more conscious and in the moment will create more conscious moments, obviously. Right. And that will create more momentum. Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Hey, I'm excited for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Rock and roll, my sweet. Okay. La, 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 la. Now, sorry, I'm pausing here because I feel like I missed something here. Okay, I'm just going to go back to my questions. I know we're running out of time because I talk a lot, but we did start a few minutes late, so I will go a few minutes longer. Dun, 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 dun. This is a coaching question. And this is Dawn, my little sweet. She will talk on the call. I thought I saw her come on here, so I may just grab her. Hello, Dawn, sweetheart. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I lost your question. Hang on. This is me in technology. Woo, fantastic, isn't it? Okay, you want me to explain how a person, how do people deal with other people being negative? Would that be right?
Yes.
When you can't get away from them. So coworkers, family members, partner, whatever. So when you're honestly trying to stay in a high vibration and bringing positiveness to all situations, I feel like there's times when they can suck the life right out of you, 100%. So there's a couple things here. And I love this as a coaching question. I love this so much. I could just kiss you because we have such a belief structure on negative and positive and high vibrations and lower vibration, right? We have one is better than the other. for starters. So as soon as we have a belief structure that one is better than the other, when somebody's being negative, we've already decided they're wrecking our world somehow, right?
Yeah.
And that we've got to do something to feel better because they're negative.
Yes.
Now you do have to, make no mistake, but as soon as there is instead of just, I don't really feel like being, instead of staying in your own power, I don't really feel like being around that right now. Then you've got the power still. If it's, I've got to go do something because they're so negative, now you're still in a victim stance. It doesn't matter if you go raise your vibration. The whole stance on that is still a victim statement. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm making it sound easier than it is. It's not. So I know that you've just started hanging out with me, but a lot of people who've worked with me that are on this call understand when I say they know my stay in the lane statement, but we're going to go through it because staying in your lane means you're staying in your vehicle, listening to your music, driving where you want. As soon as you climb into somebody else's vehicle and complain about their music, it's not your vehicle. You've jumped into another lane. You need to get back in your space. So your space is making sure you're not. And this is what we do. We see them coming and they're in a bad mood. As soon as you've moved in and know they're in a bad mood, you've left your lane. Or we've left our lane. So it's like, are you tending to your space? Or are you trying to influence somebody else with your space? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, vibrationally speaking, when you really sit in that space, you will influence their space. But it may make them crankier. Okay.
Yeah.
It really might. I used to, I mean, so staying that is really being strong and nurturing where you are. And it may take a change in something. It may make movement, but not until you've stayed in your lane long enough to look at that. Right. So I used to coach riding, and when we'd go on the road for 2 weeks or a week, my students and I would go grocery shopping, and I would climb in the cart and make them push me around the grocery store. Okay. We thought this was funny, right? I'm their coach. I was in the cart. They pushed me around. We weren't being rowdy, and really, who cares if we were? But just so you know, we weren't. We're just they're just literally pushing me around the grocery store, throwing shit on top of me. So some people would go by and think it was hilarious, and that's the way to shop. And some people, it wrecked their whole day. And so it would be amazing to me to watch how we're not affecting them in the least, but we've literally wrecked their day. So they climbed into my energy, made it wrong, really didn't like that we were enjoying ourselves. And then I'm guaranteed would have went home, told their husband or whoever that would you believe what's happening in the grocery store? Right? They took it all home with them. So we could have then been like this, oh my God, she was upset about that. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe we should. No, we're just going in the grocery cart. So watch where you're at, and then you can enjoy where they're at. I mean, I would enjoy it. It'd be like this, woo, she's super mad that we're doing this. You know, my sister used to work, this is 100 years ago. She used to work for 3-4 months, save up her money, and then go to a country for 3 or 4 months. And again, some people would go like this, good for her. I wish I could do that. Da, da, da. They would feel the vibration of that because it connects to her soul because she was following her soul. But the people that have told themselves that they can't live the life that they want, that you have to be responsible, and that this is the way to be responsible, when they hear a story like that, they get super mad. Because it's a judgment on, so then it would be, must be nice for her. And then it'd be like this, wow, that just wrecked her day. and this, they never even saw each other. They literally said, what's your sister up to? I answered, and now their whole day's wrecked. So that's where it's at. You're going to notice, where are you sitting? What are you tending to? Are you paying attention to you and your space, or are you paying attention to theirs? And the blessing in that is, if they're annoying you, you get to go away and look at what's annoying you about this. What's it bringing up for you? Because it's always a gift for us. Always. It doesn't mean things won't have to change, but until you understand what's really bugging you about it, what it's triggering, you won't be able to have the conversation that will create the change. Because you won't be coming from an authentic place. You'll be coming from can't you just be different so I feel better? That'll never work.
Okay.
Right? Because you don't want people telling you, can't you just be different so I can feel better? You'll be like this, Deal with your own feel better. So it's about noticing. I mean, I love when something triggers me. First of all, I have my little mental breakdown about it or whatever I do. But then I get to go look at the trigger, because that means I have a trigger I didn't even know I had. And I want to unplug it. I want to diffuse it. So that's the inner work. That's the morning practice. That's journaling to your soul, and having a whole rant about it, and how frustrating it is, and how hard you're working, and how they're doing this. And you're right. When you give your energy to somebody else, it feels like they suck the life out of you. But make no mistake, you're giving it to them.
Okay.
That's the difference. I could have gave it to the lady in the grocery store. I could have been like this, oh my God, I shouldn't have told her that story. Now she's upset, and I shouldn't, and now I could do that. Now she sucked the life out of me because I gave it all to her. Instead, I was like this, wow. That really triggered her. There's a different sense. Again, I'm making this sound so easy, but that's why I gave you a couple examples, and they're not hardcore examples. They're fairly light ones, but it's the same thing. I could have gone either way with that. You see?
Yeah.
And beat myself up, or felt like I did something wrong, or got out of the cart. I didn't, but okay.
Okay.
Now that I've said that story, I want to go in a cart next time I go to work with her. So you never know if you see me in a cart. That's what's happening. Okay, does that make sense to you, my girl? It's hard work. I'm not saying this is easy. I'm making it sound light, but it's not. It's work. It's tending to your own space. So, and watching that, there's not a judgment that a good vibration is better than a bad one, because then you won't let yourself honor your bad ones.
Right.
Because there's no bad. It just is. I'm in this vibration right now. Okay. Do you like it? Yeah. Okay, great. Stay in it. So take some of the judgment out, and then notice what your reaction is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to ask more?
No.
No. Okay. All right, my sweet. Okay. Can you unmute you or mute you? Oh, I got you. I got you. Boom, chakalaka. Oh, she's talking about I muted her. So that's how it is. Okay, I'm going to do one more here before we go, just because. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Oh, you guys are so, remember, oh, gosh, she's right. I can't do another one because Angel is honest to goodness. So I promised I'd tell you guys something before anybody else knew. My Mojo Momentum group might know about this, but not to this degree. So, okay. So, Jake and I, part of my vision, part of what I've been aligning to is a different level of freedom, a different level of adventure for me. And so I was actually just marveling today at how one little step leads to the next, because when you have a big dream, you guys, whatever it is, it's going to feel like so far away and so big and so scary. But really, you can't get here without following all of the steps along. Dun, 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 dun. And once you get here, it's very short. It's very easy. But when you're here, it feels really big. And so I was marveling at the little steps of this little step seemed so big to me. And now this is like normal. And then this, anyway. So the point of this is, what I'm doing is, because I teach the Mojo tips, because I'm obsessed with the law of attraction, because I believe you can create your life. And when you hear my stories, you know that I've done that. I've moved to different countries. I've created businesses. I can tell you the stories and I can teach you the tools, but sometimes it's more fun and more educational, if you will, or more enlightening to be able to see it. I had a friend of mine say, you know what, Jodie, when you say you're scared and then tell the story about how you did it anyways, in my mind, I always think, yeah, you were scared, Jodie, but not as scared as me. So then when she actually saw me scared, she was like this, oh yeah, she's scared. She's scared for reals. So it's triggered this next movement that we're doing to be able to show you how I create, to be able to show you that I implement what I talk about. I'm not just spouting off stuff that I learned from a book. Not that that's not good, but that I implement it, that I live it, and that no matter what dream you chase after, the next one's just as scary as the one before, because it's the next level. It's going to challenge all the things. So for anybody who has been trying to book, I will still be working. I'm still coaching. I'm still doing readings. I will, however, not be in Saskatoon because Jake, my 11-year-old, and I are going to be going across the sea back to, I used to live in Ireland, back to Ireland for a brief time. Then we're going house sitting in England. And so he's going to learn some very big things about horses and sheep and I don't even know. But we are going to be videoing the process so you can see the struggle, the joy, the synchronicities, the things that move. You know, there's so many belief structures for people that I would love to go here, but I can't afford that. We're house sitting. It's free. You know, I would really love that, but my kids are in school. Jake's online schooling. You know, I would really, I want to be able to show you that there's always a way. And you may not know the way, but the universe always brings a way, as long as you have a vision on what you're wanting, so that there can be alignment. So if you're not on my YouTube channel, I'm going to post the link in here, okay? Because I did somehow get ahead of myself, believe it or not, and do that. I'm going to post that in here. We are also going to be, you know, my point of this, I wanted it at one point to be about showing kindness and showing, oops, I just sent that to one person, so that didn't work. Just a second, to everyone. Just sent it to Terry. Oh crap, did I just do it again? I may have to figure out how to do that to everyone. Let me find in everyone. Anyways, or did it go to everyone, you guys? Somebody tell me if I put it in the right spot. Just wait, let me double check this. I'm going to do everyone, and then I'm going to hit enter. Yeah, everyone. Did it go? Ah, tell me. I just sent it. Oh, good girl. I love it. I love it. Okay, so just so you know, so you'll be able to follow it on YouTube. We are also setting up a Patreon channel. And this is sort of what I want. This is sort of the, I mean, that's big news. Don't get me wrong. And for anybody who doesn't know what a Patreon channel is, it's just a way, if you want, to support us on this process. So there's different levels of it. The first level is you'll be able to look at it. It's not up yet. It hasn't started yet. So you'll need to be subscribed to the YouTube channel to be able to get the link for Patreon eventually. But the first level is to get the whole feed, which means you'll get all the behind the scenes stuff, not just what we post on YouTube. The second one's going to be, I have created a whole deck of Mojo Momentum cards. Like a card a day, like picking a card, like angel cards. And so the people that are at the next level, which I think is like $5, anyways, they'll get a message a week from the Mojo deck in their inbox, emailed to them a week for as long as you're a subscriber. The next one is I'm going to have a private Facebook group where I'm going to answer psychic questions. And so you can just, you know, come on and watch the show, or if you need your questions answered, it won't cost you more. You just, it's sort of the luck of the draw. So you get in there, you get your questions fired off, and away we go. We would go faster than we did here because there's no coaching in that. It is psychic questions, boom, 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 as many as we can pack in. So there will be that for that level. Plus they still get the Mojo card. So everybody under level gets the level below. This is stuff I just learned this week. Big things, learning, Jodie's learning. Okay, and then the next level is a Zoom call like this where you can dialogue with me. So we can work deeper, we can do psychic deeper, we can have more of an interaction. Okay, so it's a deeper connection. You still get the Facebook group and you still get all of it, the feed, you get all of it. And then we have one, it's super fun. We have one that you could literally sign up for because Patreon is a monthly thing. So it would be $2 a month if you wanted the feed, whatever. But the one is, so you could literally go on and do the one and then go back to whatever level you wanted. But the other one is created, and I'm so excited about it, but it took me a long time to understand it. But whatever country I'm in and whatever city I'm in, if you're at this level, which is my last level, you can literally tell me where to go, you know, however you want that. But you can say, if I'm in London, you can say, I want you to go film at Big Ben. And so there'll be a sign with your name on it that this is just for you. It's going to go on the Patreon channel, but I will go and film wherever you want me, as long as I'm in that city. Don't be sending me places I can't go. Okay, so it's going to be so much fun. Now, make no mistake, just because I'm not here doing in-persons, I am still working. I'm still doing all of my readings. The hours are a little bit different, but some people like it because I would not usually open those hours, and now I'm open earlier. So there you go. Okay, so that is a brief update on that, but it's very exciting. So that should be started very shortly here, probably within the next week and a half, we'll start uploading those videos, okay, on YouTube. And then you'll have the link to the other if you want to support. If you don't, totally cool. I totally get it. I just want to let you know all of the coolness that we are getting together. So we're going to be gone for a little bit. You get to watch what countries we hop around to, where we go, how we learn things, how we figure out. I'm going to be driving back on the left-hand side of the road, which I haven't done for about a while. So we got a GoPro. We are ready to rock. Anyways. Okay, sorry I kept you guys so long, but I'm pretty excited about it in case you can't tell. Okay, love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming on here. We had the perfect group and so many questions. I'm sorry I didn't get to all the questions. It's just we only got so much time and I'm already over time. Anyway, okay. Mwah. See you next time. I promise we'll do Karma Call next week. The Karma Call will be back and on a consistent basis. Okay, big loves to you guys. Love you lots.